Good afternoon. Welcome to the Ludlow College Virtual Open event. In this session, we are talking all about the sciences and also mathematics. We've got a short little video to play you from each of the tutors for their relevant subject areas. And then following on from that, technology willing, we'll have them available to answer any questions that you may have. So sit back and enjoy the videos and enjoy.
Hello, my name is Carl Morris and I'm head of Ludlow College. I would like to welcome you to our virtual open event. I thought I would start by explaining why you should consider coming to Ludlow College for your post-16 education. We have an excellent track record for academic performance for A-levels and vocational courses. Presently, we are ranked very highly on the national achievement tables. Virtually all of our students achieve their courses with, on average, 99.3% of our A-level students passing their course over the past 5 years. 100% of our vocational students have passed their course over the last 3 years, with all our students gaining a positive career outcome, whether that is going to university, a job or an apprenticeship. Our timetable is very different to other colleges. The average student comes into college for 3.5 days per week, therefore giving students freedom for part-time jobs, work experience and limiting their travel to college time. We have excellent facilities with new science labs, a fitness suite, art and health and social care rooms, specialist rooms for media and dark rooms for photography, to name a few. Our curriculum is very broad with 27 different A-levels, 4 level 3 vocational courses in sport, health and social care, early years and business, 2 level 2 vocational courses in health and social care and early years combined and business. If you're interested in a career in football, please have a look into our football education programme, which is run in conjunction with Shrewsbury Town Football Club. All students have the opportunity to take part in one of our enrichment activities such as drama, sports teams, High Achievers programme, art academy, to name a few. If you have any questions, please take the opportunity to speak to the teachers during this event. Staff will be available to discuss transport and finance queries as well. I would just like to end by saying thank you for attending this event, and if you have not done so already, you can make an application to the college. This is done via our website, and once you've completed an application form, we will give you a telephone call to discuss your career options and your course options. I hope you enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Jill Ireland and I teach biology A-level at Ludlow College. So you're going to be learning biology. What is it? Well, it's the study of all the living organisms that live on our planet, and that's quite a big topic to learn. So we better break it down into a little bit more chewable chunks. We start small, a little bit smaller than margarita here. We're going to start with the molecules that make up all living organisms, from DNA through to lipids, carbohydrates, proteins, how those are put together, how those can be broken apart, how they can get in and out of cells, both individual cells like bacteria and through to these huge creatures that you can see on birds that you can maybe hear some of. So once we've looked at those molecules, we look at the cells themselves. We think about structure, how they can join together to form organs, how those organs can then form organ systems, and how those operate within an organism. In year 2, we then move on and we look at the fine-tuning. So we look at muscle structure, how that is controlled and coordinated by the nervous system. And then from there, towards the end of the course, we look at some cutting-edge science. We learn about DNA technology and how our understanding of DNA can then be used and manipulated to improve medications and generally make our world a better place. We look at ecosystems as a whole. We look at the interrelation between organisms and how one small change can have a large effect, or how the complexity of those organisms and those interactions control the world. So I hope that's a little introduction for you. I look forward to seeing you at maybe an open event or when you come and join us in September.
Hi guys, my name's Tim and I'm the chemistry teacher at Ludlow, and I'd like to tell you a few things about chemistry in general, and particularly A-level chemistry at Ludlow College. Chemistry has a lot of employability skills. What I mean is it's got to be quite near the top in terms of how valuable it is to employers. So okay, I'm talking about A-level, but if you go on to do a degree in chemistry, you've got so many things you can go into. to, because chemists are desirable in the jobs world, but not just for things like medicine, but for all sorts of things like drugs research, pure chemistry jobs, but also things like finance, technology, engineering, even things like copywriting and journalism. Chemists are very highly regarded. So that's important. We certainly tick that box. At university, you want to do a high-level degree course. You want value for money. Now, you've got to do experiments because you need to show manipulative skills and how to handle things in A-level chemistry. And so if you go to university and do a degree in chemistry, you're going to have to go in and you're going to have to use their labs, and you're going to have to use their equipment, and you're going to have to use their chemicals, and you are going to do a degree that you are going to get value for money in, because you can't teach it over the internet. So I suppose I'm going backwards, doing A-level chemistry with me, okay, at Ludlow. You want to succeed, you want to pass, and it's difficult, there's no two ways about it, but of course it's highly structured. I make sure that you know exactly what you've got to do, what you've got to understand, and you're able to practice it. So I give you lots of resources, and it's very clear what you have to do. It's not vague, it's very focused, and you need that with lots of stepping stones. Now it seems to work because our results, we're a very good team here at Ludlow, and we all work together, we all get good results. For example, in my subject, we're in the top 15% in the country. So if you do A-level chemistry, it's fun. You get me as a teacher, but there's always a bit of a downside, but it's fun. We enjoy it, we have a bit of a laugh. You get a really good A-level, thank you very much, as long as you work. And if you do decide to go on and do a degree in it, you are going to be made. Okay, so think about it. Okay, if you can possibly stand me rabbiting onto you for 2 years, okay, but have a good think about it, and hopefully I'll see you later. Thank you ever so much. Bye bye.
I'm Mark Harding, and I'm here to tell you something about the A-level physics course at Ludlow College. It draws on my own experience as a technical consultant, and so the emphasis of the course is on how to apply physics in the real world, to understand how things work, and to figure out how some things haven't worked the way they were supposed to. The course is not only for those going into the worlds of science and technology, it's for any career that requires the ability to think logically and systematically, and to analyze and solve problems. Physics students have done just about everything from architecture to the armed forces. A few words then about how we work. We have this special system so that you can learn the essentials of the topic before we study it together in class. That means we have more time in class to really deal with the topic and to do more demonstrations and practical work. We have small class sizes, typically 10 or 12 students, and that's good news because you get more individual attention and support, and you can ask more questions. We work closely together, and you would find yourself both helping and being helped by others in the group. It's a challenging course, and it takes commitment, but it is rewarding. If you think it might be for you, then please get in touch with me via the college, and let's take it from there.
Hello, my name's Alison, and I teach Geology A-Level and Environmental Science A-Level at Ludlow College. First I'm going to talk about geology. Most people come to geology lessons never having done geology before, so it's a new subject for everyone, and it really is a fascinating subject. We've got 4.6 billion years to look at. We look at volcanoes, we look at earthquakes, rivers, deserts, lakes, oceans, the evolution of all life on the planet. And it's a really practical subject, so we do a lot of practical work both in the classroom and in field trips. We like to go out in the local area if we can, and we go further afield to a weekend in the Gower. We have a week in Pembrokeshire. Sometimes I take my students to Vesuvius in Italy, or maybe Pompeii in Italy, and we go to Iceland every year as well. Most of my students really enjoy geology. They come knowing nothing about it and it becomes quickly one of their favourite subjects. A great percentage of them go on to university to study it, and a lot of my ex-students are actually working geologists now. That is what they do for their jobs. I also teach environmental science A-level, which is slightly different. It's still an earth science, but you've got the more human aspect to it. So it's how humans have interacted with the planet and all the kind of negative effects that we've had since we've been using the planet, and then we look at what we can do to resolve these. So we start off with habitats and environments, and we look at all the different problems they're encountering globally at the moment, and then we look at what we can do to make those right. We also then move on to looking at the atmosphere, the hydrosphere, the lithosphere, and how, again, we're making problems in those areas and what we can do to put them right. In the second year, we take a more detailed look at the environment. We look at pollution and exactly how that's affecting the planet and what we can do about it. We look at energy and how we can move forward to be more sustainable in energy. And then we look at sustainability altogether, like everything we can do to try and make the planet habitable for us for the rest of our lives and indeed into the future. There's quite a few field trips in environmental science as well, to places like Safari Park and other local areas where we can go and carry out environmental field work. So geology and environmental science go really well together. Lots of students do both, and it goes well with other sciences, with geography, any other subjects you want really. It counts for a science at university as well, so any sciences you want to study further, it will be good background sciences for you as well. And just to finish off, it's a really well enjoyed subject and have a lot of happy students, and I hope to see you there one day yourself. Thanks for listening, bye!
Hello, my name is Ruth Riley. I'm one of the 2 maths teachers at Ludlow College. We teach both A-level mathematics and A-level further mathematics. I'll explain the difference shortly. A-level maths teaches you to identify the important aspects of any problem and to work logically to find a solution. You also learn how to present your solutions confidently, clearly and precisely. We will study a wide range of pure maths techniques such as calculus, and then apply these techniques to model a range of practical situations in statistics and mechanics. Success in A-level maths depends on the competent use of algebra, so good algebra skills are very important, and we will develop these throughout the course. We also do a lot of work with graphs, so that we can visualise the equations and problems we're trying to solve. We have a set of iPads to use in class to help us do this. A-level maths combines well with any other subject, particularly the sciences, business and computer science. To do A-level maths, you ideally need at least a grade 7 or grade A in GCSE maths. Now I'll talk about further maths. Students who do further maths are put in a separate class. We call this the fast track class. Fast track maths is for students who thoroughly enjoy maths and like a challenge. It gives you a chance to take the concepts you meet in A-level maths onto a new plane. You will explore new and more sophisticated mathematical concepts such as complex numbers, polar coordinates and matrices. Some prestigious universities will only accept students who have further maths onto their maths degree courses. In the fast track class, you have a choice of whether to do the whole further maths A-level or just do half of it and get an AS qualification. To join the fast track class, you will need at least a grade 8 or A star in GCSE maths. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to meeting you.
Okay, so hopefully that's given a bit of insight into the various different sciences and the maths courses available here at Ludlow College. So we've got some of the tutors available to answer some questions. We're having a few minor technical glitches, so we'll work our best way around them as we can. Jill, if I can start with biology questions, if that's okay.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. So first question that's come through is, what trips do the biology students get to go on, if any?
Well, assuming that we're not in lockdown, then we do a trip to the Field Studies Council Centre in Innislas, and that's a day trip, so we go and do ecology, and normally that would be at this time of year, so hopefully we can do that next year. We also, in the second year, we take a trip to the zoo where we learn about conservation, we learn about genetic diversity. So those are the 2 main trips that we do. We do 1 or 2 little local excursions, so we'll do river sampling at the team, and we'll do some ecological sampling in and around the local area of Ludlow.
Okay, brilliant. Someone else has then asked, what careers or degree could I go on to study after doing biology?
Well, the options are absolutely huge. Again, like the other sciences and maths, it's a facilitating subject. So especially if you're taking another science or maths, then you can pretty much go on and do anything. One of the common things that people do go on and do in biology from Ludlow is medicine, veterinary, as well as physiotherapy. They would also go on and do biochemistry or straight biology, for example. I've had zoologists, and those are in the directly related to biology department, but also we've had people do various other things, including mechanics. We've had people going on studying engineering. Obviously, you need the other facilitating subjects that go along with that. But pretty much the world is your oyster.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much. Tim, if I could come to you next. A couple of chemistry related questions have come in. There seems to be a common theme here. Are there any trips on the chemistry A level?
Oh yeah, we go to University College up in Shrewsbury, and we have a look at their genetics labs, and they've just started a course in biochemistry, so the students can do some work in their labs, which are sort of more sophisticated and have different sorts of equipment from us. We've got quite a good relationship where they can come in and work with our students as well, so that it sort of creates a sort of bridge between us, what goes on in sort of A-level chemistry and what goes on at university. And next year I'm intending to go to maybe a chemistry department at Cardiff University to do some much higher level experiments that we can't really do at sixth form college that you can do at university. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. That leads me on nicely. Someone's asked, what type of experiments do we do in chemistry?
Well, I try and blow things up as much as I possibly can, and create obviously as many toxic, dangerous, and poisonous gases as we can, have quite a lot of fun. I'm quite keen on experiments and doing practicals. There is an obligation to do them anyway, but I do far more than I need to do, if you like, to sort of for the students to pass the course, because it's I suppose it's the fun side of it's the part I find the most interesting and the most fascinating, and they seem to like them as well. So I pack as many experiments in as I possibly can, and the most dangerous as I possibly can as well.
I'm sure that's music to many students' ears. One last question for you as well. Do you find that people often study chemistry alongside other sciences, or is it usually just a case of just chemistry and it's unrelated? Or
I think that's students who study chemistry, I would say, fall into different groups. We have students who study things such as physics and maths, because in chemistry you have to be highly numerate, and the better your mathematical knowledge, the easier you find chemistry. There's no doubt. But then it's a very broad subject. So I get students who maybe study the three sciences who are more into the sort of biological side of things. So medicine, veterinary science is also an area, a sort of a different sort of group of students. But then I get students who do all sorts of different A levels. I've got a student at the moment doing English literature and geology and chemistry, or even somebody doing photography and chemistry and something else. And I think that's the thing. It's a very, very broad sort of subject. So there's a bit of everything goes into it, really.
Yeah, like a real mixed bag sort of thing. Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much. Ruth, if I can bring you on next.
Yes, hello.
Bear with me, I've lost my place in the list. Where have they gone? Where's it gone? So someone's asked, how big are the class sizes for maths?
Certainly that's a definite selling point we've got at Ludlow. We have two classes, usually about 10 to 15 in each class at A level, and then a separate class for the further mathematicians that varies, but usually about 5 in that class. So the numbers are very small. It means we can do a lot of work together as a group. We do a lot of discussing difficulties as they arise. It's not just sitting with your nose in a textbook or copying things from the board. As the classes are small, I'll get to know each student very well, and I'll be able to help you if you struggle with any topic, either during class or I'm quite often free outside class to help you as well. If you have bigger classes, then it becomes much more like a lecture where the students have to just sit and take notes and get an opportunity to ask their own questions.
Okay, brilliant, thank you. Someone else has asked, how much work are you expected to do at home for the Maths A level?
Well, we have 4 hours of lessons of maths in college each week in the past. Hopefully that will continue. And as with most A levels, I would then expect you to do another 3 to 4 hours at home or outside class. In class, we cover new materials, we discuss problems, we'll work through harder questions. But outside class, you'll need to work through a lot of examples yourself, make sure you're confident with each topic, and make sure you can answer questions on all the different contexts that might arise. You very likely might need to do some preparatory work before each lesson, so such as reading ahead on a new topic.
Okay, great. Speaking of preparations, someone's asked what they could do over the summer to prepare.
Yes, I have been asked that a few times recently. I should firstly go back to your GCSE topics, make sure you're confident with all of the GCSE topics, even those grade 9 topics that perhaps you didn't get much time on at school. What you need for A-level maths is a really good foundation of algebra, but also fractions and indices. So they're the bread and butter topics on which all of A-level is based. So make sure you're really confident with your algebra, your fractions and your indices. That would be a good thing to do over the summer.
Okay, brilliant, thank you. So we've got some questions that have come in for geology and environmental science. Now, due to technology limitations, Ali's having to type these in, so what I'll do is I'll read the question and the answer. So one of the first questions that's come in is there much duplication between studying geology, geography and environmental science? So Ali's response is there's a small amount of overlap, but they are approached from a different angle and focus. Quite a few students take these free as they give a great understanding in earth sciences and the environment. Okay, and then someone else has then also asked what sort of things do you do on the geology trips? But Ali hasn't had a chance to respond to that one just yet. I think she's working through that one. What I'll do is if I just go to some of the physics questions. So again, similar sort of interaction. Someone said, what should I do if I'm not sure if I like physics? So the best thing is to try it for a week or two. For a few weeks after enrolment, you will have the chance to change subjects. It's probably easier to move from physics to another subject than the other way around because we cover a lot of ground each week. And if you start physics late, you might find it a challenge to catch up. And then someone else has asked, what GCSEs or similar do I need to study on the physics A level at Ludlow? So ideally you will need level 7 or better in maths to enrol for the maths A level, and a 6 or better in physics or the physics part of combined science, plus the general requirement of 5 or more GCSEs at grade 4 or above. And then someone's asked about, do your students take the AS exam? So in relation to physics, no, this is so that students can learn first year topics more thoroughly than if we have to fit in all the material before the AS exams in May. There are regular exam style tests throughout the first year. And then one last one, someone's asked, what equipment do I need in class? The answer, it's useful but not essential to be able to take photos of the board and of experiments and demonstrations, such as using a smartphone. The facilities for replay in slow motion is also useful, but wait for our advice before buying a new calculator. We will advise about stationery at the start of the course. Okay, so just see how we've got on with the other answers. So in terms of field trips, so on geology, Field trips, we visit beaches in all locations and look at rocks and fossils, taking measurements and observations and piecing together the past environments. We also visit quarries and look at civil engineering. And then someone else has then also asked in relation to geology, what people have gone on to do after studying it. So Ali's responded with, after doing geology degrees, I have students working for international mining companies in far-flung countries, also for oil industries and environmental companies, civil engineering, the Environment Agency, Severn Trent, and many others going on to do masters and even PhDs. Okay, so that looks like all the questions we've had so far. Just checking through the list, make sure we've got them all. Looks like it. So the recording of this session will be up on the college YouTube channel if you want to look back and watch the videos again. They'll be up shortly. If there's any questions that haven't been answered, if you're watching that recording now and thinking they didn't ask the question I want to ask, that's fine. You can message us through the college website or through the social media channels. Not a problem. We'll get those messages to the tutors and they'll be able to get back to you in due course. Okay, hopefully you've enjoyed the session and learned a little bit more about the different courses available in the sciences and maths. Thank you for attending.